Hello.
Hello. I gotta turn down some music real quick. Okay, there we go. That's better. Hi, everybody. All right. I saw someone say, hello, all you creative geniuses. I think she was talking to all of you guys in the comments too, because those coasters have been phenomenal.
I know. They're so adorable. I love some of the color combinations. I love the white pumpkins. I gotta be honest, when I made the sample for it, I didn't think to do that. And I love that.
Yeah, that was creative. I also saw somebody made a rope bowl, which I loved that.
Yes.
Someone made a ton of them. Also, a couple people made a ton of them and said they were going to share them as gifts, which I love that idea too. So it's been a lot of fun watching you guys workshop this and play with it. Has anyone that's watching, is this maybe the first thing you've ever made from Hoop Sisters? I'd like to know that.
I think there was one comment of someone who posted that. They said it was the first thing they've ever made. So
that's fun. That is fun. Okay, so we've got a full day for you. Well, not a full day, full hour for you today for day one of our pumpkin harvest workshop. But before we get started, if I don't know you yet, my name is Aubrey Ellerbrock.
And I'm Sarah Congdon.
Yes, and we have Hoop Sisters has been around since 2008, which is crazy. And Annie and Linda are our co-founders and sisters. And they came up with the quilt and the hoop technique, the Hoop Sisters way, in which the quilting is included in the design, which I think is fantastic.
Yep, everything's done in the hoop, which is awesome.
Yes, and so this one is going to be no different. Hi, Robin. Nice to see everyone jumping on here today. I will tell you, we are doing 2 giveaways today. We're committed to 2 giveaways, and I have another one that maybe might happen. 2 giveaways today. So how are we doing that?
So for those of you who made the coaster, the free gift that you got with registration, and you posted it in our Facebook VIP group, you automatically entered yourself just by posting it in that group. And I think there were over 110 of you, somewhere around there, ballpark, that posted it in there. So we saw a lot of creativity from you guys, and just posting it in there enters you to win. So that's pretty awesome.
Yes, 100%. In fact, I'm noticing that I'm seeing some people that say Facebook user. So I want to make sure before we kind of dive in here, if you have never, ever done this before, you might need to pop in there and go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. It is so gross in Ohio.
It just started raining. It startled me.
It's so dark in here, and the rain is hitting the glass out of the blue. It's like, oh my goodness. Sorry, that distracted me. But go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. It's a couple clicks, and you will give our streaming service permission to see your name and your comments and all that good stuff. And so we talked about the 2 giveaways.
Yes.
Let's talk about the potential 3rd giveaway.
So the 3rd giveaway, and tell me if I say the wrong number or something, because I might.
I'll help you out.
Okay, thank you. If we get 250 live viewers, that's across all of our platforms because we're streaming in 3 different places right now, then we are going to do another giveaway just through comments. So comment that keyword pumpkin. Make sure that you've done what Aubrey just said, which was give StreamYard permission, and then comment pumpkin, and that will enter you to win that one. We got to see if we hit that number, though, and I think it's doable.
Comment pumpkin and then share. If you share this, it'll help get the viewers up. We're at 162 already, you guys, because we're streaming on our main Facebook page, definitely in our VIP group. We love you guys, and I love seeing all the coasters and stuff in there, but we're also streaming over on YouTube. Yes. So if you're in like a shareable platform space, give it a share, and we will try to get up to 250. I'll keep an eye on that. And when we get there, if you've typed in pumpkin, I'll let you guys know that we hit that number, and we'll do a 3rd giveaway. And we'll have a giveaway tomorrow too.
Woohoo. I love doing giveaways.
Are you guys ready for this? Like, you're going to see something brand new today. I'm going to, we got some pumpkin comments rolling in. I love it. Okay. Well, we have got a super duper treat for you. Should we tell them what it's similar to before we show them, or should we just?
I don't know.
It's your call.
I saw someone, and this person, I recognize their name, and now I can't think of it. But they commented, I think it might have been Ginger. Was it Ginger?
I don't remember.
Or was it Jane? I don't remember. I would get it wrong, but she said, these coasters remind me a lot of In Bloom. So if you were here and with us, oh gosh, was that February? Back in February, we released a table topper that was beautiful called In Bloom. And I think it was either Jane or Ginger. I'm probably getting it wrong.
I'm not even going to guess.
She kind of caught on to those coasters. So you guys just have to stick around and see if maybe she was right.
Did anyone like In Bloom? Anyone at all? Okay, well.
Now I see a lot of Facebook users commenting pumpkin. So make sure that you're giving StreamYard permission, because if you just comment pumpkin and I can only see Facebook user, you're not actually entered.
That's very true. I'm going to pop this up here one more time because I see what Sarah is seeing too. I'm seeing a lot of, I see some names, but I'm seeing some Facebook users too. So you're going to want to make sure that you do this in order to get entered into the live drawing, which will only happen if we hit 250 viewers. We're at 184 right now, guys. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. So make sure you do that. And then I think what the other thing that I really want to start with today before we show off the design is I want to let you know, thank you for sharing, Lisa. That's awesome. We appreciate you. Uh-oh, our voices are breaking up. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe get out and get back in and we'll see if that does it for you if you're having audio problems. But I did want to mention before we show this thing off that we have some shops that are local quilt shops, maybe in your area, who already have this design. So the shops get early access to all of our new things. And so these shops listed are the ones that have it in stock, maybe sold it, who knows, but they might get you one too. So if you are near any of these shops, we highly encourage you to order through them. Stop in the shop or give them a call, let them know that you'd like it. They also have, all of these shops have access to the free gift, which is the coaster, that you guys would have gotten for registering in advance. Oh my gosh, we're at 200 viewers, you guys. We're 50 away from another giveaway. So we could have a potential of 3 giveaways today. But anyways, I got distracted again, Sarah. Keep me on task. There you go. Alpine's on there. They just put their phone number in the comments. These people can hook you up with not only the free gift, but also the bonus that we have yet to show you and the design we have yet to show you. But whenever you tell me you're ready, Sarah, we're going to reveal this. Are you guys about ready?
I am ready.
Okay, it's all you.
So here is Pumpkin Harvest. And I did unmute myself, I think. Okay, good. Here is Pumpkin Harvest, and we'll show you guys some close-ups soon. But this is kind of the view of a top of a pumpkin. You're looking down on it. And then it's got some beautiful vine details around the edges of it. Very similar to In Bloom in that regard. And then it's obviously got your pumpkin leaves, cute little mini pumpkins, and then these adorable flowers on the outside of it.
Zoom in on those flowers.
Yeah, let me see if I can move some stuff around. Yep, but they're so cute. Lots of details in there. And this is why this coaster, the free gift that you got, goes beautifully with this when you're setting your table. So we love this. And there are some differences with In Bloom as far as sizing on this one. And I think we are going to talk to you guys about that in one moment. What do you want me to show them? The bonus?
I want you to show them the napkin. Someone mentioned the napkin ring. So why don't you show them that as well?
So this is your bonus, is the napkin ring. So it's made it's obviously stitched in the hoop and then finished on your machine. You'll just top stitch it to finish off those edges, add a cute little covered button, and that is your bonus.
You guys love
very, very cute.
Okay, do you want me to get my camera and mic?
Yeah, Aubrey's going to switch back over to her camera, and we are going to share some details with you guys.
That's not the camera I wanted. Okay, there we go. So I see a lot of fun comments. So awesome. I need it. How cute. Yes, it'll finish out that coaster collection that you've already started. And so while Sarah gets headed over to the machine, she's actually going to do a demo for you, a little stitch out to help walk you through how to create this. But before that, I wanted to give you the details because I know you guys are going to want to know. So basically this, remember when we did in Bloom, you guys, it was only a 5-inch. I don't know if you guys remember that. But yes, Yankee Quilter does have it, Sandra, or at least they ordered it. I don't know. They might have sold them all, but check with her. She can always get more too. But this has the 5-inch and a 7-inch, which is different than in Bloom. We got some feedback from you guys that you would like a larger size as well. And we like to make you happy. So we added an extra size. And this was another thing that you could do within Bloom as well, as you could extend by adding more blocks to make it more of a rectangle layout. And so you can do that with this one as well, which I think is really nice. Sarah, maybe you could look at those comments because they're coming in fast and furious, and I want to make sure I don't miss anything. We are only 30 viewers away from an extra giveaway, you guys. That's super exciting. So if you haven't yet, give it a share and we might get to 250 and do another giveaway. Okay. Anything I need to mention from the comments?
I don't think so. Okay. They sound like they're excited. Someone says, just what I need to take to my sons for Thanksgiving family dinner. That is a wonderful thing about this. I think it really is seasonal, starting in September through the end of November. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see. What else are we?
Okay, so then here's a couple details real quick about Pumpkin Harvest. We have the sizing information there. We're not going to read through all the sizing information, but just know that, again, we've added that 7-inch to this one so you can make it bigger. I think our sample, it's a 5-inch and the one that we're showing you here. So also multi-formatted, of course, because we love all the machine brands. Oh, we don't want to talk about that yet. We're going to go over to your camera. I got too excited.
Okay, so yes, I'm going to go ahead and switch our mouse again, Aubrey. So today we are going to be stitching out a 5-inch block together. But like Aubrey said, we're really excited to be able to offer that 7-inch block this time too, because I think the finished size on the 5-inch is about 19.5 by 19.5. But when you do the 7-inch, it's about 27.5. round. So that's pretty exciting. But these are the fabrics I'm going to use. I've got my outer background fabric and my inner, and then my pumpkin and my leaves. So we are going to get started. I have our battleizer already in my hoop. And for those of you who've not heard of battleizer before and you're going, what the heck is she talking about? This is our batting and stabilizer combination that I just placed right in my hoop. I don't need any stabilizer underneath it because we already have the scrim of the stabilizer in the battleizer. So I just said I said words that end in izer a lot just now. But I've got our battleizer in our hoop, and then I'm going to place a water-soluble thread in my needle, and we will sew the placement stitch right onto the battleizer. I am using an orange thread this time just so that we can see it on camera.
And I am seeing a couple comments across the platforms about how do we get the napkin ring? How do we get it? So don't worry, you guys. We will definitely we're going to fill you in on the best way to get all that stuff in just a little bit after Sarah's demo.
Okay, Marianne, I see your question about why water-soluble thread. I'm going to get a couple more pieces tacked down, and then I'll show you on some of my other blocks some of the reasons that we use that. For step 2, I'm going to take my outer background fabric and align that over my placement stitching, and still with water-soluble thread, or I'm using orange just so that we can see it a little better. We're going to tack down our fabric. And this step will also sew some placement stitches for applique. I see someone's asking if this will be available to watch later, and yes, it certainly will. It will be
It will remain on our Facebook platforms as well as YouTube. Sigrid, I'm sorry if I said your name wrong, but if you're having trouble on Facebook, maybe hop over to YouTube and jump on our Hoop Sisters channel there. And I think she is in Germany too, so I wonder what time it is in Germany. It's got to be late at night. Right. Okay, I'm going to trim up some of my threads so I don't stitch over those. All right, now we are on step 3. And for step 3, I'm going to keep that water-soluble thread in my needle, and I will take our inner background fabric. Oh, you know what? I got ahead of myself. Before I do that, I want to trim my fabric. So you can use a pair of hoop scissors or a pair of hoop scissors mini, and you are just going to trim a scant 1/4 inch from that tack down stitching on the inside of the block. And a lot of times people ask, what is the inside of the block? What do you mean by that? So I just mean anything that is within the bounds of that very first placement stitch that you saw. So just along this curve right here. And now for step 3, I'll align that inner background fabric and we'll tack this down with water-soluble thread. And just like our previous step, it will sew a placement stitch for applique. Almost. Okay, now I'm going to use my hoop scissors mini and I'm going to trim my fabric. And I'm just going to trim it close to our tack down stitching on the inside edges of the block, so right along that curve. Our hoop scissors mini are really nice. They have this nice offset handle with this nice fine point on them, so you can get in any little crevices that you might need to get in when you're trimming fabric for applique or anything like that.
Laura Partridge, I see your name and your comment. You're all set with streaming.
Okay, so before I forget, because I wanted to get a few things tacked down, but before I forget, I remember, Marian, you asked why we use water-soluble thread. So there are 2 big reasons why we use water-soluble thread. I would say the biggest reason is because I've got 2 blocks here that are joined together. You can see my seam right here. And when I'm tacking down my fabric, if I'm not using water-soluble thread, those basting stitches will show right in your seam unless you catch both basting stitches on your blocks perfectly. So with water-soluble thread, you can just dab that with a damp Q-tip and it will come right out, which is perfect. We love that. The second reason that we really like to use it is because it just makes the steps in the first part of your block seamless. You don't have to change your thread with every tack down. You can just keep that same water-soluble thread in the needle and it makes it really nice. But like I said, I'm using orange just so that we can see it. So don't use orange. That would be bad. Okay, for step 4, you're going to take your pumpkin fabric and you'll use a thread you can use a thread that matches or one that's a little bit darker than your pumpkin fabric. I'm going to align it over my placement stitch. And then with that thread in your needle only, we're going to tack this down. Oh man, I need a new bobbin. I didn't check that. Bear with me for a moment. I got a stash of them right here, thankfully. So what do you think? Would you guys do this with an orange pumpkin as the center or a white pumpkin?
Those of you,
I think that it would be really pretty both ways.
I do too. Okay, now we're tacking down our pumpkin fabric.
I'm seeing some orange comments.
Orange, yep. Those of you that made the coaster with the white pumpkin got me thinking, though. I might need to make one with the white pumpkin for my house.
What thread are you using?
In the bobbin, I just have an embroidery bobbin thread, just a pre-wound that I'm using. You don't put water-soluble thread in your bobbin. You don't need to do that. Oh, Sharon's thinking a white pumpkin. Betty says green. So fun. Okay, our pumpkin fabric is tacked down, and now I'm going to use those hoop scissors mini again, and I am going to trim close to my tack down stitching on all sides of my pumpkin. You know, my hand is right in the way. I love these scissors. That offset handle makes it really easy to trim your fabric while it's still in the hoop. Okay.
Someone said they thought turquoise would be cool.
Oh, that's fun. Now we are on step 5. And for step 5, you can use a thread that's a little darker than your pumpkin fabric. This applique is very similar to what you guys saw on the coaster. So it's got some of that nice shading in there.
Oh my gosh, we're at 247 viewers. You guys are so close to getting the giveaway.
Okay, so now we're going to stitch this detail.
Are the scissors left-handed also? I think they work for both. Maybe we could talk about that.
That's a good question. Since I'm right-handed, I don't have any issues with that, but I have seen people say that they want left-handed scissors before. I got to be honest, I am not exactly sure what the difference is between those two. Right. But Annie, if she is watching, was that over on Facebook, Aubrey? Maybe she can speak to that a little bit more. Letitia Ferreira, you're still showing as Facebook user, so I think that's probably what you're asking.
Are you still using invisible thread, Sarah?
No, I am not. I was using water soluble thread, but now I've switched over. And I'll show you guys our instructions in a minute because they really are awesome at guiding you with exactly what threads to use. So now I'm just switching back to a thread that matches my pumpkin fabric in the needle. I'm going to trim a couple threads before I continue. And this step will sew the placement, or not the placement stitching, the satin stitching.
You guys, she's got pregnancy brain, so.
Those of you that have been watching some of our Wednesday lives have definitely noticed that, huh? Ella West, I see your name, so you gave StreamYard permission. I probably said that after Aubrey commented that she sees you.
God, it's so cute. Look at it looks like it's 3D.
Yes, yes, I love it. And I see someone is asking, she says, I'm new, so are these instructions written down step by step somewhere? And yes, they are. I'll show you, I'll give you a glimpse of instructions. I have some printed off that I'm referencing as I'm stitching. I think they're awesome because you get step-by-step images as well as, you know, just text to tell you exactly what fabric to use or what thread to use. Bonnie, I'm using a Janome sewing machine, but our designs are multi-formatted, so you do not have to use a Janome.
Debbie said she's got a broken wrist and can't sew. That's no fun.
Aw, thank you, Roberta. She says we have the best instructions. I'm biased, but I agree.
And if anyone's on watching now and uses our scissors that's left-handed, let us know. That would be great. Yeah, the Famore company makes our hoop scissors for us. I saw a couple of questions about that. We just hit 250 viewers across all platforms. So your sharing has worked. You guys are getting an extra giveaway today.
Oh man, Vanita says she's left-handed, but she cuts with her right hand. Oh, that's like my husband.
Whoa.
He's left-handed, but he does a lot of things right-handed as well.
So you're ambidextrous.
Yes. Okay, I got to show you guys these instructions since someone was asking about them. I kind of have them on screen there. Let's see.
And yeah, the instructions come with the design, and we'll talk about how to get that in a little bit. But yes, it'll all come together.
Yes. So here is a very close-up view. But you can see we've got step 1 here. So it says hoop your battleizer. Tells you what thread to put in the needle and what to put in your bobbin. And then it tells you over on step 2 which fabric you're placing, where you need to be cutting, and how far from that tack down to cut. So they really are amazing. Every single block has a set of instructions that comes with it. So you won't be left wondering what thread to use and things like that.
And I see Sylvia asked if we ship the scissors to Canada, and we do. However, it is expensive to ship to Canada, but we can do it. Yes. So just don't get sticker shock when you see what the post office charges.
I'm just re-threading my machine now. Maybe someone's going to ask why I'm not using the threader on it.
Yeah. Because she just doesn't.
I know. I like to be difficult. Okay. There we go. Now we're on step 7 already. And step 7, see, here I am flipping over to my instructions on the next page. Step 7 says use a brown thread to stitch the pumpkin stem and vines. And I'm only putting that in my needle. I'm keeping that embroidery bobbin thread in the bobbin.
Hey, there you go. Heather Bell Sewing Studio has the scissors in stock in Ontario. So if you're in Canada, reach out. We have some shops up there, and it sounds like Heather has them in stock, which is great.
That's a great tip. Joanne over on Facebook said she loves our instructions. She always prints them out, and she likes that there is space to write down your thread choices. That really is a great tip. So at the bottom of each step, you can write down exactly what color thread you're using or what number thread you're using. And then you can reference it for when you move on to the next block.
I love the vines.
They're very cute. They add a lot of fun detail to it.
I'm surprised you didn't do a white one on the demo. White pumpkin.
I should have. What was I thinking?
I don't know. You keep talking about how much you like them.
I know. I do. Aubrey was teasing me earlier because I kept talking about it, I guess. Okay, so let me change my thread again, and then I'll tell you guys what we're doing. Because here we're going to take our leaf fabric, and we're going to tack that down. So our instructions say to align your leaf fabric, and I have 2 pieces of leaf fabric right here. And then with a slightly darker thread than your fabric is, we just put that thread in the needle, and then we can sew the tack down. And this will also sew some really pretty detail on our leaves as well. Oh, thank you, Maggie. Oh, Benita wants to see this pumpkin on a black background for Halloween. That would be really cool.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of different awesome colorways.
Yes. Sorry, I nudged my camera. Okay, so now we've got our leaves tacked down. And now I'm going to talk about our Hoop Scissors Mini again. That nice offset handle to trim in the hoop. And the point is great for trimming leaves like this that are kind of small and an intricate shape. So when I trim in the hoop, move my hoop a little bit. When I'm trimming to get as close as possible without nicking a thread, I like to apply just a little bit of outward pressure on my fabric. And I find that it gives me a little bit of a cleaner cut too. So if you're struggling with that, go ahead and give that a try. I'm just going to trim just a little more here, and then we're going to skip ahead a step.
Someone asked if you're having a Christmas baby.
I think I'm having a Halloween baby. November 9th. So we'll see. We'll see when she decides to arrive.
Sharon says she uses black, white, buffalo plaid in a lot of her home decor.
Oh, perfect.
And I don't know if you guys saw it, but we actually have a runner underneath our sample on our table setup.
Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this one leaf because we are going to move on. We're going to skip a step here. So let me do some magic. So right now, after trimming, we would be on step 9. In step 9, you'll place a thread in your machine that matches your leaf fabric, and you'll sew all this beautiful vine detail, as well as some more stems for different flowers, and your satin stitching. I did it ahead of time, though. I was thinking ahead of time. Let's see. I'm going to switch my thread now since we're moving on to step 10. And you can just use the thread color of your choice for these flowers. I'm going to use a yellow. These are just really cute little embroidered flowers.
I love these little flowers. They almost look like they were done by hand, but they weren't.
Yes, they're really cute. Okay.
They're all saying congratulations. What's the baby's name?
Oh, thank you. I don't know if you guys have any baby girl name ideas.
I think
send them my way.
Her nickname should be Pumpkin with the November.
There you go. Oh, someone just said your baby nickname Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Paula was born November 9th and her sister was October 30th. The fall babies are the best. So Aubrey and I have another sister who was October 29th.
Yep.
We've got a lot of fall birthdays too, I think.
And I'm September, so.
Yep.
Nina said Nina's a nice name. that'd be a little weird.
I named her after you.
Anya. My grandson was born on Halloween. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we just have 2 more steps left. And these are just cute little detail steps on this embroidered flower. Oh, I lost my thread. Where'd it go?
I think I just like how, even though it's pumpkin and like your brain automatically goes to orange, there's so many different shades of orange.
Yes.
There is like how you do the background. The colors could either be really dark or light. The white pumpkins.
Yes. So real quick, we're on step 11. I just placed a light green thread in my needle, and this will just sew some detail. There really are, and I think you could go more Halloween colors, like blacks and oranges, like Benita said, or you could do just more neutral fall colors, kind of like the sample that I'm sewing right now, or you could do the white pumpkins.
Someone said Piper. I like Piper. That's a cute
That is
name.
cute. Not all pumpkins are orange. There are green
very
pumpkins.
True.
Lots of different colors.
Phoebe, that's cute.
That's cute.
I love that we're naming your baby
Yes,
now
this is
today,
very
too.
helpful. Okay, so now I'm on the last step, which is just more detail on that flower that I want to get on there. Yes. And I'm going to use a thread that's a little darker than the yellow flower.
Someone said a batik orange would give shading in the pumpkin. I like that idea too.
So my middle name is Elizabeth.
Chris said she needs to make more time for embroidery after seeing this.
Okay. So we are done. So this block, I don't even think I told you guys which block I just stitched. This was block A3, and I'll show you over when we do show you a little bit more close up on the sample itself. I'll show you exactly which block I stitched, but this was block A3 that we just did. And we are completely done with it now. And then tomorrow, I'm probably jumping ahead of myself based on Aubrey's slides, but tomorrow, let me turn this a little. It's not the right orientation. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you guys how to trim and join the block. Are you laughing at me?
No, I'm laughing
okay.
at Nina.
We'll just show you how to trim block A3 and then join it to the rest of the blocks that I prepared ahead of time. All righty.
All right, you're muted, I think. Yes. Okay. All right, you all, let's jump into it. I know that I've seen some people asking, how do I get it? What do I do? So we're going to talk about it. The design is now available on our website in digital download format or USB for just $39.99. So it's a really great price point, super perfect for fall. In fact, next week my kids go back to school. So to me, that's like, I don't know what the first day of fall is, but back to school is like fall. We switch into the seasons. We also, of course, have a bundle available because you will want to use our battleizer, which is our batting and stabilizer combination. Sarah can talk more about that here in a minute too. But that is available on the website as well. We do have introductory pricing available. So this is the first year too that I think we've ever done that, because I remember distinctly when we didn't put new things on sale,
right,
like ever.
Right, right.
And now this year we got some introductory pricing for you. So instead of $73.98, the bundle that includes the design as well as the battleizer that you're gonna want is $66.59 through next Friday. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's talk about the bonus, because don't go anywhere either. We've got 3 giveaways yet to do. So we won't forget to do that. But the bundle bonus, basically, this is the best way to get the best deal.
Yes.
The bundle is, and when we get off the slides here, we'll show you a little bit better because I don't know how well you can see it. But it's the design on USB and it's the 5 yards of battleizer is the bundle. With the good pricing, it's 10% off till next Friday. And then you can also put this bonus in your cart. And if you already made the coasters,
you need the rest
of it. Why not get the rest of it? And the coupon code to get this particular bonus completely free, and maybe we can show it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have it right here.
Is pumpkin 15. So if you put the bundle in your cart and the bonus in your cart, and then use coupon code pumpkin 15 at checkout, it'll take $15 off. Okay. I'm going to put us back up here so you can actually show this.
Yeah.
Because it's so cute.
Here's our bonus. Cute little napkin ring. And to finish it, you just press those raw edges in and then top stitch around the edges. So
it's adorable. In fact,
yes.
I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but there's quilting.
Yes, there is. Oh, yeah, you can
like all through here. There's this really pretty, like,
that's what's awesome about Hoop Sisters. With any of our projects, that quilting is included. It's not an extra that you have to purchase or anything like that.
Yes. Oh, someone just said Charlotte. I love the name Charlotte. I keep telling her to name her Charlotte and call her Charlie. I think it'd be cute. Okay. So do you want to show this since we've got it up, and then I can go back to talking about how to get the best.
While I show it.
Yes.
So, yep, it's just the top view of a pumpkin. Really cute. Lots of fun details. Let me see if I can get in there on that leaf.
I love those little the like brand new baby pumpkin flowers.
They're waiting to bloom. But, yep, very cute. And like Aubrey said earlier on the slide, you can do the longer layout with this one as well, which is just perfect because it really works for any table or area in your house, no matter what the size or shape is. So,
Robin, if you bought it at your quilt shop, they have access to the bonus and the freebie. So get back with them and they'll give it to you because we make sure that they have access to it. So you're good there. Size of the big pumpkin. Okay, so let's go back over into here. And I think my sizing is on this screen. So I just saw a comment asking about sizing. So let's hit that back up again. This comes in 5-inch and 7-inch, all on one. You don't have to pick. It comes with all of it. So there's the sizing there. 27.5 inches by 27.5 inches is the 7-inch round.
And then if you do the longer layout, so on this screen it says rectangle layout, in the 7-inch blocks, you can make it 27.5 by 55 with 3 pumpkins, or you can do 2 pumpkins, or you can do 4. You can kind of extend on that. We give you fabric requirements for the round layout, which you see in the picture right there, or for the longer layout, which is the 3 pumpkins put together. So you'd have to get a little creative with some math if you make it bigger or smaller than those, but it's really a room for a lot of creativity from you guys.
And we will show the back. I saw a question about that as well. And I think thank you, Nina, for answering some other questions that are in there. Okay, so again, if you put the bundle in your cart and the bonus in your cart and then use pumpkin 15 at checkout, you will be able to get $15 taken off. So you're basically getting the bonus for free. Now, I know that someone's going to say, well, what if I'm in another country or I have a bunch of battleizer?
Yeah.
So this coupon will also work if you have $67 worth of product in your cart. The pumpkin 15 will take 15 off. or I don't think that's right. I don't think it's 67. 67 plus the bonus. Yes, there you go. That's what it is. It's if you get $67 worth of product plus the bonus, which is another 15, it'll take the 15 off.
Yep.
I probably just really confused a whole bunch of people, but if I did, just tell me in the comments. This slide might help too. Look how cute that table setting is.
It's so cute.
And we mentioned earlier, we did put a long rectangle buffalo plaid black and white runner under this. And I really think this would be really cute even on this is a round table, but you could do that like a longer runner and then just make the round and put it on. I think that would be really pretty too. So again, it's digital download or USB, just $39.99, or you can get the bonus by ordering the bundle or having $67 plus the bonus product in your cart. So here's the really cool thing about this is if you get it now before next Friday, you're going to get 10% off the design, plus you're going to get the $15 bonus free. So it's basically, you're going to be saving, if you do it before next Friday and you get all of it, you're going to save $22.39.
That's pretty exciting.
That's really great. It's really good. Okay. And so the coupon code to do all that is pumpkin15. Nina, maybe you can pop in the comments, the order link, but it's at our website. I'll show you where to get that if you'd like. And you'll be all set, but it's just at hoopsisters.com. And then you can click the pumpkin harvest workshop. Okay. All right.
Can I answer a couple questions before we go on?
Yes.
Someone said the sample looks like it's a 5-inch, but you were sewing the 7-inch. I was sewing a 5-inch block today. And then someone says the piece you did today, is it different than the round ones on the page to buy? No, it's just a block from the pumpkin harvest table topper.
And we're going to talk about assembly tomorrow, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do we have any other questions that you want to answer? You will be charged shipping. Yes.
Did I miss what the runner looks like?
Oh, and we need to show the back.
So here's the table topper. The runner, you might be asking about like the longer layout.
Oh, I can show that
yeah,
too.
We'll show you a picture.
Actually, this is the pattern cover. So she's holding the sample there, the 5-inch. It does come in 5-inch and 7-inch. You can also, if you have a rectangular table, make it that way too. And on the inside of this is like awesome because it has all the information you need in terms of fabric, depending on the size. So you'll be all set there.
So Ella, because of shipping costs to Canada, can we get the digital design with a free bonus? You can, but you have to have the $67 plus the bonus in your cart and then use that code to remove the cost of the bonus.
Yeah. So you might want to get something else too, like another digital download in order to get the bonus, just the bundle bonus. You can just get the download for $39.99. And the bonus is $15 if you don't hit that $67 mark.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then the back, it's just lined on the back. It's just lined to finish it. So really easy to finish once you have all your blocks joined together and everything. Just lined. And then I did a stitch in the ditch.
Cute.
So, yep.
I cannot wait to see all of the different colorways that we're going to get. All righty. You guys ready for some giveaways? Hold on. I'm seeing comments.
I know.
And I want to make sure we have all questions answered.
I'm not sure I understand this question.
That's why I looked at you.
Someone says, can you explain the difference of the one from today versus the round table topper? I don't see that.
Maybe we can just hold up.
Let me hold up the block.
We'll hold them up.
I'm thinking you're asking about the block I stitched and how it's the same as this. So you want to hold this up?
Yes.
Okay. And here's the block I stitched. So this block is this one right here. It took me a second.
It's just in the hoop. It's square.
Yes. It has this rounded edge right here. So you'll see us trim it tomorrow. We'll trim along that rounded edge. But this is block A2. So it's the same as this block right here.
Yep. All right. Perfect. Anything else that we're missing? Is there binding around the edge? Would you do
there is no binding around the edge. We finished it by just lining it. Line it and place the right sides together, line it, and then turn it right side out and top stitch closed.
All right. Does that help? I think this helps me.
That helps? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know what you're saying because but it'll eventually be round. So
yes.
Okay. All right. Let's do the coaster giveaway first. Okay. So if you made a coaster and shared it in our group, I'm going to click over here real quick. There we go.
That's not the coaster.
Oh, shoot. One. Okay. We're going to do the live viewer one first then. Because I messed up. Sorry. Okay. We'll do the coaster one after this. So basically, this is because you guys did an awesome job jumping on here live with us, spending some time with us, sharing this live out, and we hit enough viewers that we're going to pick somebody who's just been watching live to win $25 in store credit. So let's see.
Kathy Wilhelm, you win. Did you just say $25?
Yes.
Okay. You win $25 in store credit. Congratulations, and thank you for joining us today.
So Kathy, go ahead and email Nina, Nina, @hoopsisters.com and let her know that you won $25 in store credit. I'm going to attempt, I think it worked, but I'm going to make sure that you guys can see my screen.
I bet you have to go in and do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Shoot. This screen share thing is a little crazy. Let's try this again. I feel like you have to click too many times. This?
Yes.
Okay.
Look at all those names. You guys all made a coaster already.
Okay, it's good. So we're going to pick 2 names out of here, and it's just the luck of the draw. Right. Go ahead, Sarah. Push the button. Ooh, oh, my word. That was really spinning.
Who is it? Sandy Sutherland.
Congratulations. Yes. All right, Sandy, now you need to email Nina @hoopsisters.com. And thank you for participating by making a coaster and posting it. And we've got one more of you guys who did that as well. I think this is so fun. I couldn't keep up with all the posts.
Jean Hedberg. Congratulations, Jean. Yay. I bet Jean knows what to do. She knows she has to email Nina @hoopsisters.com.
That's right.
Tell her you won the coaster giveaway.
That's right. Okay. I don't know. I hate that thing is there.
I can get rid of that if you want.
Well, how about I just do that? Okay. All right. So does anyone need help? Well, you guys already got your free gift. So I think we're good. I think so anyways. You guys are so sweet, telling everyone congratulations. That's awesome. Now, if you didn't win today, we are going to have another live viewer giveaway tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow?
So tomorrow I'm going to trim this black. I keep calling it a black, which is probably what was confusing.
Well, I mean, what else?
It is not square per se, but tomorrow I'm going to trim this up as we need to join our blocks together. And then I'll show you a pinning technique to get your blocks joined together really nicely on that basting stitch. And, we'll be here just for any more questions or anything that you guys have. So
yes,
that is tomorrow.
If you don't want to wait to ask your question until tomorrow, you can reach out to Nina. You can email her or call her. Calling her is probably the easiest way to get anything resolved. But you can always reach out and we will help get anything answered. Okay, if you're having problems with your email, reach out to Nina. We'll get you taken care of there.
And you can give Nina a call if you need to as well.
Okay. All right. I think we're good. And we will see you back here, same place tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. And we will, Nina said, call me. And we will do it all again and wrap this thing up with some trimming and joining and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And I see a couple people asking, can I watch it later?
Yes.
You can watch the replay later. It will be available to you to watch it anytime. So, yep.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.